In today's episode on the What the Actual Health podcast, we are going to be talking about how as a culture, tayo mga Filipino, napakahilig uminom habang kumakain. And I'm not talking about alcoholic beverages, Harvey.
Yep.
It is what I call the Panulak mentality.
Panulak.
Panulak. Alam mo yon? Sige, explain what panulak is.
Even when I was growing up in New Zealand and I would eat with, during weekends with mga Pinoys, when we gathered together.
So magpapatluck kayo.
Potluck yun.
Yeah,
and then may mga, syempre may pansit, kung ano-ano
lumpia,
man.
barbecue. Ang kasunod na kasi dyan is may
meron
panulak
bang
ba
panulak
dyan?
Oo. Meron bang panulak
yan.
dyan?
So whether it's soda or you make sagot gulaman or even water.
Yeah, definitely.
Juice. Lalo na juice. Mahilig tayo sa Philippines na mga powder juices, ganyan.
Right.
We seem to love having our panulak while we eat.
Yes.
Okay, so but first of all, let's establish. Tayo, Harvey, kasi when we have our meals.
Sa bahay.
Yes. Even outside.
Right. Or we with the kids,
yeah,
right?
we make it a habit not to drink while we eat. Why is that?
We started a habit of making sure that we don't drink there when we're eating, right?
Yes.
Ang ginawa nating style is that definitely sa start, wala talagang there's no drinks.
There's no glasses,
yes,
actually.
No glasses, there's no drinks.
Wala,
so,
we don't have water glasses. Okay?
Right, and it's actually very strange for us to see glasses on the table when we're having a meal.
Mm-hmm.
Now the mindset is because number one, we want the kids to eat. We don't want them to eat too quickly.
Okay.
We want to eat a little slower. So normally, kailangan mo ng panulak dahil sa sobrang bilis mo kumain na ano ba ang tama doon?
Empacho. Empacho is stomach. Yeah,
Yes,
okay. So there's a habit kasi, especially with kids, that I noticed. If they don't like what they're eating, susubo nila, tapos they'll down it with water.
Oo.
So we made it a rule na you can't. You have to chew properly. You have to eat without drinking water.
Correct.
Okay.
And then at the same time, we also don't like our stomach acids to be diluted when you're drinking.
Okay.
It doesn't even need to be a sugary drink, even water.
Mm-hmm.
And oftentimes, by the time you finish eating, you're so bloated.
Yeah.
That you don't feel comfortable anymore. So that's what we tell people to do at Baron Method. We tell them, try to eat slower. The best way to do it is literally take the water out so you can enjoy the meal, and then let your stomach acids
do its
digest
job.
the food. Do its job. Yeah, correct.
So what's our rule of thumb? When do we drink? Like how many minutes before? How many minutes after?
You drink even before, maybe 5 minutes before you start.
Pwede na yun. Pwede na yun. Oo.
And then about 20 to 30 minutes after a meal.
Oh, and I'm sure there's going to be mga pilosopong listeners out there. Paano ko nabubulunan na ako? Paano ko naaanghangan na
Then
ako?
you eat too fast. Right? Then you
yung
eat
pag
too fast.
nabubulunan, then it means you're eating too fast.
Oo.
Oh, I mean, come on, common sense. If nabubulunan ka na and it's a life or death situation, then you drink water.
Right.
If you find it spicy, which by the way, water will make it worse.
Yeah.
Ideally, you have acid or milk to neutralize the
kaya
heat.
Kaya nga there's that we always say na dahan-dahan kang kumain. Huwag kayong sobrang kain na may kumakarera sa'yo sa tabi mo.
Yes.
Take it easy. Even with your spices, you put in konti-konti. Hindi mo pa nasusubo, todo ka na sa toyo, todo ka na sa suka, todo
Hindi mo
ka
pa
na
natitikman.
Right.
Yeah.
Then the reaction would be, kailangan ko ng tubig kasi sobrang
alat, sobrang anghang,
Oo,
sobrang
right?
asim.
So,
That's true.
Diba they'll say, kasi masarap kumain pagka
May sausawan din. Iba
or-
naman episode din yung sausawan.
diba?
Pero we're talking about panulak.
Right.
And unfortunately, in the Philippines, ang panulak nga hindi nga water eh.
Yeah.
It's actually, I feel
Water's not good at that time as well.
yes, but water is the best choice in terms of hydration
Right.
and in terms of a drink.
Right.
I actually feel odd when I'm hanging out with other people because I'm the one who always refuses iced tea,
Right.
fruit shake, some sweet coffee drink,
Right.
all of that.
Only because you know.
Yeah.
Only because you know what that drink will mean to your body when you
Yes.
take it while you're eating.
Yes.
Otherwise, if you're sometimes you say ignorance is bliss. When you don't know how bad it can be or how it can affect you long term, then you're not even thinking, hindi naman siguro masama to. It's just a small drink.
Glass. Yes, yes.
Right? So,
And yun din parang I also realized, growing up, my parents, when there's visitors or bisita, they always serve juice.
right.
Na parang it's part of being a good host that you offer juice or sodas.
Kailangan colored.
Yeah.
Nakakahiya mag-serve
Serve ng water.
tubig.
So, I find it also na when we have visitors, I wonder, do they judge us na we only serve water?
Baka kaya wala na pupunta sa bahay na bisita.
Hindi naman. But yun, I sometimes wonder, do they find it odd that we only serve water?
Right.
That we don't serve mango juice, orange juice, pineapple juice, calamansi juice,
Right.
iced tea.
Right.
Wag na tayo mag-mention ng brands ng soda, pero yun, may soft drinks, ganyan.
Yep.
It's just how we are, I guess, as a household.
Right.
But sige, isa-isahin natin yung mga panulak na yan na kinaka-addictan ng mga Pinoy. Number 1 on the list for me would be sodas.
Yeah, soft drinks.
Kasi even
talaga.
before naman the whole milk tea, frappuccino, matcha na sobrang tamis, sodas ang number 1
Oo,
in the
matagal na
Philippines.
yan.
Matagal
yan.
na.
Oo. It's
And-
even marketed that if you notice all sodas or majority of sodas that you see on TV, they're marketed with a piece of pancit or always with food.
Yes.
Diba?
Most of the time. But I've also seen it marketed na it's because it's a hot day. You
Right.
pop open a bottle or a can of really, really cold soda.
Alam mo ba kung bakit soda ang ginagamit?
Bakit?
Kasi normally people like the effect of burping. Feeling nila nakaka-release ng busog yung hangin nila when they're drinking. Tapos syempre matamis siya. So when you drink it, nakaka-burp ka. Pag nababurp mo yung hangin palabas, kain ulit.
Pero parang palapit na sa level of gluttony yata yun.
Well,
it's a bit too much for me.
But it's hard
anyway,
to how do you know when sometimes nga the reason why people gain weight is because they eat too fast. Right? They eat too fast. So when they eat too fast, the information doesn't get to the brain na, busog na ako. You'll eat fast pagka meron kang panulak talaga.
Correct.
Tapos naka-burp ka ba, nakadighay ka pa, okay na ako. Sabay
But
kain
I
ulit.
think we've already established that sodas are not exactly great for you.
Right.
Kasi high in sugar, artificial flavors, artificial colors
Right.
also. So, let's talk about instead yung mga alternatives na zero, na light. Bakit hindi pa rin okay yun?
I mean, at the end of the day, it's still stuff that's going inside your body, di ba? And it will have that effect na wala naman calories right? So you're thinking, I can eat
Inom
more.
pa akong mas marami.
Inom pa akong mas
Correct.
marami. So gives you that false sense of guiltless.
Guiltless.
Diba?
It's a free pass kasi hindi naman maapektuhan yung blood sugar ko.
Oo.
Ganun siya.
Oo. So I'll have a cake with that after. Kasi wala naman na tong
Oo,
sugar.
tapos, nag-sugar-free soda naman ako magkikake ako, tapos sisisihin yung mangga
Yeah,
na
oo.
kinain. Kaya mataas ang
Or yung
sugar nila.
or yung kanin.
Guys naman, wag na
Nakakatawa.
tayo maglokohan.
Yeah, that's
My
right.
golly.
That's
Okay, but yeah, going back to light and zero options of soda,
Yeah.
we've already discussed this in your reels,
Yeah.
in my Instagram also.
Pero maraming guilty dito, ha?
Oo.
Maraming guilty because they really choose the light option when they're having a meal.
Yes,
You
thinking
see
that
this in
it's the better
restaurants, diba?
option. Yes, yes.
We're seeing this in restaurants.
But yun nga, the point is, just because it's light, it has artificial sweeteners that are actually neurodisruptors also.
Yeah,
diba?
yeah.
So it's not good for you.
No.
I mean, come on guys, just because it says light or sugar-free or zero option
Yep.
doesn't mean it's good for you.
Definitely.
Okay, next in the list, iced tea. Anak ng ewan niyang iced tea na
Yeah.
yan. Lahat nila ng kulay on the rainbow, merong iced tea. Your
Right.
regular
Pink.
iced tea na brown, merong blue iced tea, may red iced tea.
Meron ba? I didn't even know
Yeah,
that.
meron,
Okay.
meron. And, you know,
Wow.
it comes in really cheap powdered form kasi
Yeah.
nga, it's just food coloring, flavoring, sugar.
Yeah.
Wala nang tea.
Wala.
It's not really
No,
iced tea.
no,
Because
no.
for the benefit of everyone out there, because I'm sure there are people who don't know, iced tea is supposed to be tea, as in tsaa, na binru,
Binru.
nilagyan ng yelo,
At
at nilagyan ng konting sweetener.
Right.
That's what real iced tea
Yes.
is.
Sometimes if you want the lemon flavor, you
Pwede,
put
lagyan mo
a
ng
freaking
lemon, lagyan mo ng
Oo.
apple, lagyan
Right.
mo ng orange,
Yes,
okay siya.
yes, yes.
But in the Philippines, ang iced tea na alam natin is yung naka-powder.
Madali eh.
Oo,
Lagyan mo lang ng malamig na tubig or ilagay and then put it in the ref.
correct. And then, most people pa, may narinig pa ako na ganito, na hindi na nga ako nagso-soft drinks, iced tea na lang iniinom ko.
Same shit. Same shit. It's the same thing. It's probably worse in the sense because it gives you that false sense na mas
It's
healthy
kunyari
to eh.
healthy.
Oo,
Correct,
pero
correct.
Hindi naman. Di ba?
And not just that, na ito nakakatawa, growing up, my mom and I used to love this, nakamalaki siyang Tetra Pak, wala na yata in the market to, na green tea.
Okay.
And you're thinking, oh, green tea naman, okay siya. Ito nga, kasi you think it's green tea, healthy naman siya,
Right.
without really reading the nutrition label.
Oo.
And then my mom's like, ba't ako tumataba? Ako
Yeah.
bata pa ako noon, my metabolism was like super fast. And then we realized, nakakaubos siya nung isang ganun.
Yeah, oo.
It's like the big one. I'm not talking about the single serve Tetra Pak. I'm talking
the
about
big
a big,
one.
the one that you pour.
Right.
So, yun nga yung
Masarap
false sense of it being healthy.
It's masarap. These foods are they're chemically engineered for you to want more. And sugar is addicting, so it's not an accident na pagka nakainom ka ng isa, gusto mo pa at gusto mo pa at gusto
Speaking
mo pang uminom.
of, favorite ko to, na-mention ko na to before, yung favorite line ko of a person that we encountered that we were trying to coach, na may autoimmune disease na siya. Pero yun nga, one of the rules that I gave was, replace your sugary drinks with water. And then nagpadala siya ng, parang log niya, kung ano yung kinain niya. Merong soft drinks. And ang sagot sa akin is, hindi kasi tinatanggap ng sistema ko ng walang insert soft drink brand's name pag kumakain. Parang ako, hindi tinatanggap ng sistema mo.
Yung soft drink na yon.
Hindi. Pag walang
pag wala yung
ganon.
soft drink na yon.
So, I'm like, that's an addiction.
Yeah, it's
It's
mental.
an addiction.
Yeah.
Na parang feeling niya hindi daw kompleto yung pagkain, ganyan.
Right.
It's really, I agree with you.
Your
It's
tongue and your
mental.
palate is used
It's
to
mental.
it already.
Either you grew up with that,
Oo.
and then it became a continuing habit, or maybe when you were studying or while you're working na, naging habit mo na, hindi, kailangan pag kumakain ako, merong ganito, baso nung kulay dark brown to black na
Yeah.
soda na yan, na soft drinks na yun na may yellow. Kung hindi, parang hindi kompleto yung pagkain ko.
Kumbaga parang sa inside out, no? Nasa core memory mo na yun.
Yes.
So pagka it makes you happy to have that as a complete meal. If I have this, I feel good about myself.
Yes.
But feeling good about yourself emotionally, sometimes you don't know that what it's doing
it
to
doesn't
you.
translate to feeling good with your health.
Yeah, not always, right?
Yeah.
It's not like obviously having a favorite ice cream or a dessert. If you have it every day, it's gonna eventually bite you in the butt. Whether you have it without a meal or with a meal, it doesn't.
$1 million question, Harvey.
go
Do we
ahead.
drink soda?
Alam mo what I do with I love the
No,
bubbles.
answer it
I
muna.
don't drink soda.
When was the last time you had soda?
What do you mean? Your normal traditional?
Yeah, your normal soda, the one that you get from the grocery. It's in a can or it's in a bottle, and
We've
then
been
yun
married almost 17 years, right?
Yeah. Have
you
I ever seen you?
Yeah.
No.
I haven't drank it in at least 17 years.
And incidentally, same with me. And I've even attended events. Like, kunyari, mag-host ako or before, runway.
Yeah.
They would serve that eh. It's fast food. Plus, syempre, ang laging kasama ng meal is either soda, juice,
Right.
or soft drinks. Soft drinks or juice or iced tea. I don't.
Yeah.
Yun din, hindi rin tinatanggap ng sistema ng katawan ko ang uminom ng soda. guys.
Definitely.
So yun
Parang
nga
hindi ko gusto
it's a
yun.
matter of habit.
Yeah.
More than anything.
Tsaka I think if you were to look at it and how it affects your body in terms of calories, every time you have it with a meal, it's a multiplier effect. So pagka ininom mo yon, ang calorie intake or yung conversion into fat or conversion into unhealthy calories is if the food flips over like this, Pag may soft drink ka,
Ano yung ganyan? Para for those who are not watching the video.
So yung calories mo, pagka nag-flip over siya, ang speed ng calorie, let's say 5, nagta-turn into 5 calories bawat kumain ka. With that, nagiging 8, nagiging 9 pagka uminom ka ng soft drinks.
Because there's additional calories coming in.
It's an
and then
amplifier.
it's a load on your body. It takes a toll ba?
It takes a toll, tapos it amplifies the calories. It speeds up at the calories at which it's absorbed in the body.
Instead of you burning it, yun ba?
Yeah. So the calorie effects are much higher when you're taking this type of
I want to discuss other types of drinks pa, like milk tea. Also, what do you call that? Yung mga coffee drinks na halos wala ng kape, puro asukal na. But more than that, I want to discuss fruit shakes and fruit juices. Kasi yun eh. I-offer sa'yo sa, ma'am, what drinks would you like to order? Yan yung kasunod na yan. Kung hindi naman iced tea, hindi soft drinks. It's usually fruit juice or fruit shake. Tapos tatanungin pa sa table, fresh ba? Fresh ba yung fruit juice nyo at fruit shake nyo?
Walang sugar, ha?
Oo, it doesn't matter if it's fresh or not. I mean, why? Sige, go discuss.
We never teach people to drink your fruit.
Yes.
Because this is where your sugars can really affect your body.
Yes.
Kasi you're taking in liquids. Liquids are much easier to take in and they absorb quicker into the bloodstream compared to, let's say, eating the actual fruit.
Yeah.
Case in point, watermelon. If you juice a watermelon, you can finish a watermelon in one sitting, yung juice. Pero pag pinakain sa yung buong watermelon, hindi mo naman mauubos lahat
Pero
yun.
Kaya mong inumin yung isang
Pero kaya
buong
mo
watermelon.
inumin yung isang
Speaking
buong.
of watermelons, I know that you use this as an example lagi to, I guess, as an example for glycemic index and glycemic load. Can you discuss that briefly?
Sige. So the watermelon glycemic index is in the 90s. So it gives you a false sense of reading. Pagka, halimbawa, nagkumain ka ng isang watermelon, ay 95 na sa index, sasabihin ng
Mataas yan.
Mataas sa sugar. But you have to eat the whole watermelon for you to get the effects
95.
of the 95.
So is that the glycemic load?
That's the load that's never
so
taken into account.
if you would, I guess, describe what's the difference between glycemic index and glycemic load?
The difference would be the amount. You have to take the consideration of the amount of the actual food portion. Kasi, like I said, going back to the watermelon, just by looking at the index, you will see that the index in the 90 siya. So mataas nga. Pero pag kinain mo siya, you have to take into account may fiber siya, may tubig siya. There's a lot of other things involved with it. But the moment you juice it, you take out the fiber, you take out some of the other
Kumbaga,
stuff.
nagiging mostly sugar na lang siya. And so the load in your body, how it loads into your body, it loads in faster.
Right.
And so the index becomes something significant.
Yeah.
Kasi pinatong mo na sa katawan mo siya, niload mo na siya sa katawan mo eh.
Right.
So and your body has to process that.
Yes.
Tama?
Tsaka remember, when you're eating the watermelon, it's bulky. Marami, I mean, I'm literally...
Nakakabusog, not bulky, but nakakabusog. Because yun nga,
Yeah,
there's
may
a lot of
fiber
fiber.
siya So when I say bulk, meron pa siyang other things other than just the juice.
And the water content,
ang hirap niyang
yes.
ubusin. I mean, one watermelon, probably a week for one person. But over an afternoon na mainit,
Isang pitchel lang yun. You
pitchel
can
lang
finish
yan.
you can finish the entire thing.
exactly.
Again, guys, if you haven't heard this from our podcast before or from Harvie or from me on our Instagram and Facebook and TikTok pages, we don't like juicing or drinking our fruit.
Yep.
We like eating our fruit.
Eating your fruit,
Yes.
for sure.
Kasi sayang yung live enzymes, sayang yung fiber, para din hindi siya sugar directly being assimilated into your body.
Yes, definitely. Tama.
Okay. And then if we're gonna close with the whole Panulak mentality, what can you say? Like, do we really need to be drinking something while we're eating
No,
to enjoy?
definitely not. I would suggest for you to take time, for you to slow down, enjoy the meal, because then you will feel less bloated, chew your food, activate your the enzymes in your
because
saliva.
digestion starts with the chewing.
Yep.
It doesn't start when the food reaches your stomach.
Tama. So you activate that, you enjoy the food, you spend time. It's a quality of time with the person you're eating with. So meron pang emotional na ganun. Hindi kayo nagmamadali lang. So really, slow down and and take the water out because it will help with the digestion. But you take it out because then you're not, hindi kayo nagmamadali.
What do you mean take the water out?
Take the
Because
water
it will help
out.
with the digestion.
Take the water out. I said that before. Take the water out because because if you take the water
Okay,
out,
gets. Take the water out so that you don't drink, so that your digestion is better and you're not
Yes.
dousing your digestive system with water.
right? Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay, so that's the What the Actual Health podcast. Kung mahilig kayo sa panulak, I hope that you learned something new and bawas-bawasan na natin ang pag-inom ng kung ano-ano while we are eating.
No, may lalagay ako dyan. Itulak mo na out yung drink mo para hindi na siya panulak.
Panulak, ganun. Dad joke.
Thank you,
Bye,
thank
guys.
you.